Leadership and truth. Leadership and truth. Uh, Folks, you got to understand something, that when it comes to people and leadership, just like with anything, courage, stamina, work ethic, this is not something that you can give someone else. What do I mean by that? You cannot make someone a leader. You cannot, any more than you can make someone have work ethic. You cannot make someone be charismatic. You cannot make someone have a vision. It has to be something that is within them that has to be brought out. And what we find ourselves today is forcing people or putting people in leadership positions that just don't have it in them. A true leader has to, first and foremost, have the best interests of the people that he's leading, even ahead of his own. It's like family. My interest does not come before the interests of my family because it's about servitude. It's about being sacrificial. And if a man hasn't shown himself to be sacrificial when it comes to the servitude and the progression, upliftment, and advancement of his own family, there's no way that he's going to be able to effectively lead others. I.e., a man that shows up with everything he has in his car, and he's coming to serve. He shouldn't be in a position of servitude indefinitely, because that's who he is. Me personally, and I've always felt this way, that if a person have not been able to naturally lead or naturally succeed at anything in his life, there's no way that he's going to be able to lead or tell me anything. This is why years and years ago I've seen this kind of stuff. And because it's easy to notice, because see, it's like game recognizes game. People of ambition and a burning desire to succeed, you can notice those other people. So therefore, you fast forward to today. You have all these people that claim to be leaders, claim to be pastors, claim to be teachers. And you see them all falling because you can't build anything off the backs of the names of another. And if you don't have it within you to lead, guide, serve, teach, instruct, now you can do these things under the direction of somebody else that's leading you. But if you're not a natural leader, teacher, you're going to fail. And we see this happening right before our very eyes. People that think that they're teachers or think that they're pastors, and they go out and somebody, they got on YouTube and said that, a shepherd doesn't have to have a flock. Now, me as a natural shepherd, because first that which is natural, then that which is spiritual. Now, me as a natural shepherd, tending the sheep, goats, I understand this. There's no way that you can call me a shepherd if I don't have a flock. There's no way. As a matter of fact, I can The moment my flock is taken from me, I am no longer a shepherd. I can say I was a shepherd. I did have a flock, but after that flock is taken, or if I decide to leave my flock, or whatever it may be, or sell it, I'm no longer a shepherd. Does that make sense? Because it's something that is active. It's something that you do. But we live in a world today where people, they want to redefine things to suit their own desires and their own lusts and their own passions. And it never works out. And we're going to see it fail time and time and time again. But just like you can't give somebody charisma. You can't give somebody courage. You can't make somebody have initiative. This is why when I personally see it, you got to deal with people where they are. And sometimes where they are is where they're going to be indefinitely. And there's nothing that you can do about that. And, I've seen over the years this concept, and it's going to fail again. I see people in all manners of positions, whether it's political, social, religious, they all fail. You look at these Tiffany Henyards. I'll give you just some good examples of people that got the gift of gab or whatever, know how to gain people, but when they get into these positions of leadership, they fail, and all they do is just destroy. And we see this happening time and time again. Whether it's in politics or religious organizations, you come to find out that they're self-serving, they're liars, they're thieves, they're cheats, and none of these people ever, in spite of all of the information, in spite of all of the facts that come out regarding these people, they never repent. They never say, you know what, I was wrong, because they should have, first of all, they should have never been in a position in the first place. But they don't have the spirit of truth that truly does operate in them. What is truth? Because I personally believe that all relationships are predicated based on how we handle the truth. I mean, do we conceal it? Do we push it forward? Do we hide it? What do we do with it? So, when you're looking at truth, it's like, I'll give you a perfect example. You will be blessed through the labor of your hands. Grieve not labor's work. Now, did I invent those words, or did I receive those words and apply those words in my life and then seen it come to pass and continue to see it come to pass? Right? Which one is it? Because truth is not self-derived. Me personally, I strive my best to base all of the truth that I receive and apply in my life based on the scriptures. Now, there are people with 1,000 and trillion other books out there that base their truth based on these things, these books out there. Me personally, I don't do that. If they don't back up the truth that's in the word, I just don't follow it. But we have an epidemic of people. This is why personally, me, I don't force anything on someone. If a person, I can give you an example. If a person doesn't know, I'll give you a perfect example, right? We have today an epidemic of people getting fired from their jobs for doing things that are inappropriate. This woman twerking on the heads of patients in an old folks home and putting it on social media. Another woman, she turns around. Wow, this guy's swerving. Stay back from this guy. The because his load is not evenly distributed on his trailer. It's swerving. That you want to stay far away from. But you have these people that are getting fired from their jobs for twerking. You recently had the flight attendant. She got fired from her job for twerking. You had another woman that fired from her job for texting or being on social media. Now, if a person shows up and they show up to work, and if they don't know, if their brain doesn't tell them because they lack work ethic, they just don't know any better. If you tell that person, listen here, you should be on social media when you're working, they're going to be offended by it. Me personally, I don't correct people when I see them doing this, because they simply put, they just don't know any better. They don't know any better. And if you correct them, they're going to be angry at that, because they fundamentally believe that it's okay to show up at a job and twerk or be on social media, do things that are totally inappropriate to get past this guy. They don't know any better. Now, you can attempt to correct such a person, but we live in a day and an age where people just not open to correction. They're going to despise you just for correcting them. No, you leave them alone and you deal with people where they are. And some people, simply put, should not be in leadership position. And I see it, I said in the video, I know about across all spectrums, whether it's politics or religion or nonprofit organizations, look at people and be like, this person should not be in a leadership position. Why? Because they haven't accomplished anything on their own merits, on their own abilities. And they always fail. They always fail because they have no accomplishments. And people don't take such individuals seriously after looking at them, examining their life, and finding out they're irresponsible people. And I'm telling you, I'll never trust or follow a person that has a proven track record of being irresponsible. You can't make an irresponsible person responsible. You can't make a person that's lazy and lethargic and apathetic productive. You can't do it because it's not in them. See, that drive is not in them, and you can't put that drive in them. It's sad. It really is sad, but you got to understand this and how to deal with people where they are. Because if you don't, a lot of people are going to get hurt. A lot of people are going to get disappointed. A lot of people are going to get taken advantage of. We see this again. These DAs, Tiffany Handy, there's others out there. A lot of people are hurting as a direct result of people that are filled with lust and greed in their heart. And they should never be in leadership positions at all. Because me personally, I look at results. I don't pay attention to words, I look at the results. And I always say, if I said it once, I said it 1,000 times. Look at the results. Because see, the results will speak for themselves. The results will put that glaring and shining light on mismanagement, poor decision making. It'll always do it. You ain't got to do nothing. See, I'm at the point in time, especially in life, you just sit back and you say, and you sit back and you're watching. I tell you, man, patience is really a virtue. You just got to be patient. Be patient. Sit back and watch folk. Let me tell you, I've come to find in life, in my short 48 years being on this planet, that sometimes you don't have to do anything to your enemy. You don't have to do anything All you have to do is sit back and watch folk fall and destroy themselves. That's all you got to do. I'm seeing this time and time again. Why? Because they are their own worst enemy. Leadership and truth. Do you recognize it? Do you understand it? And more so, let's look at the results.